Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Trauma Center Under the Knife 2. Let's continue to live on. Probably going to be dealing with like a suicide individual. That's usually what happens.
Excuse me.
How is Adele's training going, Tyler? Is he making progress? The African kid? He's a tough one, no need to worry. I had him help me with three heart operations with electromagnetical mapping. Electronamatomical mapping. And he still wanted more. He's a great guy to train. I agree.
I see.
You want to help train him too. That's what you're thinking, right, Dr. Styles? Why don't you invite him over to watch one of your PGS operations sometime? I guess I could do that. Anyway, aren't you getting a little carried away calling yourself the Demon, Tyler? Well, for a laid-back guy like me to get a tough rep, I have to be creative. By the way, he was thrilled when I lent him a recording of you using your healing touch. I hear that he's watching it all the time. What a nerd. If you just ask him, I'm sure he'd be delighted to come watch you work, Doctor.
Derek.
Dr. Styles. Oh, this guy. Yes? Oh, Dr. Clarks. How can I help you? I've been looking for you. Stephen Clarks, age 45. A veteran surgeon who has worked at Caduceus for many years. His superior skills and gentle demeanor give hope to many who suffer from intractable diseases. It's about my PGS patient that was admitted today. When I checked your charts, I saw that she was a patient that you operated on back at Hope Hospital.
What?
Really? Who? She's a young lady named Linda Reed. Do you remember her? I actually think I do. Linda? Her? Dr. Styles, I believe she's psychologically exhausted. Would you mind seeing her as soon as you have the time? No problem. Angie, let's go.
Understood.
Right away.
Excuse me.
Linda. Oh, Dr. Styles. And Nurse Angie too? Linda Reed, age 17, Derek's first guilt patient during his time at Hope Hospital. She was deemed suicidal due to the neurosis caused by high school entrance exams. But the root of her instability was, in truth, her guilt infection. Linda. Doctor, I've lived my life to the fullest ever since you treated me. I reconciled with my parents. I made it into high school. But still, why? Why am I being put through this again? Please, tell me, Doctor. Have I done something wrong? Linda, you've done nothing wrong. Nothing whatsoever. The reason for all of this is that disease you contracted 3 years ago. You're not to blame. Then, please, treat me, Doctor. Please, get rid of this disease once and for all. I beg of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I promise. I will completely eradicate it this time. Unless, of course, we have Under the Knife 3 and it comes back again. I won't lose to this disease. According to the examination, there are tumors in her lung. The reason for their onset hasn't been ascertained yet, but we can almost certainly connect it to PGS. She's emotionally unstable at the moment, and that's likely due to the illness as well. She had similar symptoms when she was suffering from guilt the first time, too. I see. Then we have to be cautious. Since she's developed so many tumors, we should operate on her as soon as possible. Yeah, it hurts. Doctor, my chest hurts. Help me, Doctor. Linda. That's like the only word we know. Linda, this isn't good, Derek. Angie, bring in the sedative.
Understood.
Right away. Doctor, it really hurts. Let's suck it up. Dr. Clarks, her blood pressure is dropping. Alright, get ready to begin an emergency operation.
It's alright.
It's okay, Linda. I'm here with you. Hang in there. Dr. Clarks, I have a favor to ask of you. What is it, Dr. Styles? I don't mean to overstep my bounds, but please allow me to perform this operation.
Derek.
Dr. Stiles, I had a feeling you would say that. Then, you don't mind? She's always been your patient. I think it's best that you handle this procedure.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Clarks. Yes! Alright, tumors in the right lung, draining of pus and tumor excision are necessary. Extreme caution against PGS needed against PGS-induced toxicosis. And I think what I'm going to do, actually, I've been thinking about this for a bit. I almost did it last episode, but I was very tight on time. I think what we're going to do from now on, because there's a lot of medical terms in this game, and, of course, as you can see now, I can't see it, obviously, because I'm recording, but I have these lovely little black areas above and below these two screens. I can use these areas to give a tiny bit of medical background information. Gleaned from the internet, of course. I don't know much about any of it, but I can look it up, and I guess it'll help explain the situation for both of us. The patient's lung was infected with the Kyriaki guilt 3 years ago. But due to post-guilt syndrome, abscesses have now formed inside her right lung. There are two objectives in this operation. Drain the pus filling the lung, and excise and extract the festering tumor. Dr. Stiles, let's cure Linda for good this time. Right. Hand near glasses.
All right, let's do this.
Beginning the operation. When people were talking about, they're like, whoa, how could that one patient have had a 100-degree fever? And then they said, oh wait, yeah, because it's Fahrenheit. Which, I said it in a comment, but it's kind of funny because not only are these medical professionals who would more likely use Celsius than Fahrenheit anyway, but then it was, I think Adele said it actually, and Adele's from another country, and almost every other country uses Celsius, other than America. So the odds of them actually using Fahrenheit over there would have been very, very slim. And obviously it was because of the translation, of course, but it's still a little iffy. They're using all these fancy medical terms and they use Fahrenheit right next to that. Anyway, let's begin the operation. Please open her up carefully. You got it. I'm assuming we're going to find some guilt-like thing at some point instead of just treating a bunch of these symptoms.
Look!
There's pus seeping out of the tumor, like we said there was going to be. First, we have to treat the toxicosis, though. Alright.
Please inject the medication.
You got it. Toxicosis has subsided. Now we can continue with the procedure.
Use the drain.
Please drain the pus. Okay, you got it. I'm getting a little bit better at this. Inflammations have occurred due to the accumulation of pus.
Please
To
inject
treat
the
these
medication.
inflammations, we'll inject the anti-inflammatory into them. Select the syringe.
Please continue.
This is easier to do than it was on the Wii version, because the Wii version was a pain to inject stuff. And thank goodness we don't have to, uh-oh.
Use
Thank
the
goodness we don't have to take them all out at the same time. That'll make this harder. This pus is getting annoying, though.
Use the drain.
Can you, like, stop that?
Toxicosis has occurred.
Come on.
Toxicosis has subsided.
Yeah, this pus is getting in the way, I can tell. We'll worry about the inflammations in a bit. Let's get rid of all of the tumors first. Oh, come on. Dang toxicosis. Stupid pus everywhere. We're making good progress, but I'm sure there's going to be more to it than this. This is pretty easy, I'd have to say. And toxicosis is probably about to set in again, so let's just inject some of that. There we go. And of course that happened. Just have a quick... maybe that would be kind of cool if one of the... oh! What does that do? Oh, that's just for healing touch. Okay, I see. You can hold down... I was trying to see what the trigger buttons did, because I haven't actually used them yet. Apparently, you can use the trigger buttons to automatically start working on the star, which is kind of cool. It's I guess it's a quicker way than trying to tap it. We've completed her treatment, but her vitals are still unstable. There may be tumors we haven't found in a wider area. Let's use the magnification tool, which looks just like the other tool. Once you have the magnification tool, use it anywhere in the operation field, then keep holding it down while you slide in the direction of the area you want to check. And scroll around the operation field, use the ultrasound. Okay, so it's the same tool just like before, only you scroll with it if you want to move, you tap with it if you want the ultrasound.
Use the ultrasound.
It's a magnification tool and the ultrasound to find the tumors. You got it. Yeah, and I think when we actually remove the tumor, pus comes out, which is unfortunate, because that means it takes just a little bit longer to treat. The vitals actually aren't as important this time. I shouldn't worry about them nearly as much. Oh, come on, I just drained you. I know where it is, I don't need it. There we go. It almost seems easier just to swirl around it to try to grab it. Oh wait, oh, no pus. Okay. Alright, and get rid of that inflammation. I'm sure this toxicosis is going to be important at some point. Oh yeah, this area looks bad up here. Don't worry, we've got you, Lydia. Don't cry. It's okay. There we go. The toxicosis doesn't seem to really do anything other than make the sedative not usable. Is it really that dangerous? Okay, what am I doing? There we go.
Please continue.
Oh, toxicosis, please. And drain.
We need to pick up the pace.
Oh, I'm running out of time. Crap. I didn't realize I was taking that long. Better hurry up. I hope that was the last one. We're gonna get a bad rating for this, I'm sure. What do you think I'm trying to do? What do you think I'm trying to do? You think I'm trying to screw this operation up? Wow. That took a while. Although, of course, you know, doing commentary while playing this does use up a bit of time, because I have to think a bit in between talking to actually do everything right.
Complete.
Good work, Dr. Styles.
Yeah.
Back at you, Angie. Do you think she'll be fully cured now?
Yes.
Don't worry. I'm sure she's on her way to a full recovery, Doctor. And there you go. Looks like we'll only be able to do 2 today, considering how long that one took me. There's just so many steps, and it's kind of hard to switch between the equipment. That's one thing I really do like about the Wii version. While it is a bit harder to control accurately, it is so much easier to switch between your different operation tools.
Excuse me.
Maybe if they could, like, set that up on the D-pad or something, that would be kind of cool. I don't know. I don't even know. What does the D-pad do in this? I'll try it out next operation. How are you doing, Linda? Are you having any trouble breathing? It's actually gotten considerably better, Doctor. I can't wait to leave the hospital and get back to school. What a nerd. It'll just be a little longer. You'll be able to go back soon. Really? I'm so happy to hear that. Dr. Styles, thank you. Now that I think about it, you've operated on me 3 times, right? Yes, that's right. Was my operation helpful? Huh? What do you mean? This hospital is researching guilt, isn't it? I was hoping you might learn something from my condition. I've caused a lot of trouble up until now, so I don't think we've learned anything. Please don't blame yourself. I'm sure your case will help us out. Did it? I don't think so. It won't be long before we find a cure for PGS, I'm positive. You've become such a fine young lady, Linda. I'm proud of you. Good job. Good job at contracting all the dangerous diseases. So proud. What do we got now? Ominous clouds. Ooh, spooky. So ominous. So edgy and dark.
Hey.
Linda's tissue samples have come in. It looks like they were able to procure samples from back before she was infected with guilt. If we can compare the DNA of the affected area with the cell's original DNA and find a mutation, it'll definitely help us towards our goal of being able to treat PGS. Victor went nuts over the prospect of being able to cure it through DNA treatment. Well then, we'll have to ask him to push himself to the limit. But come to think of it, that's probably what he'd do anyway. Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Tolva.
Excuse me.
Good morning, Adele. How's your training going? It's very fulfilling, right? By the way, your neurology report's due today. Have you finished it? Neurology? Yeah, that's neurology. It's going well, but it covers so much material. I mean, it's such a broad topic.
Oh, yeah?
That doesn't change the fact that it's due today. Understood? Yes, I'll get it done. Hey, look, breaking news on TV. Oh my god, the Secretary of Health is in critical condition. Apparently, he drank something poisonous. I feel like the Secretary of Health's had a bad run of luck through these games.
Huh?
What? James, Pierce, that's serious. Hey, isn't Secretary Pierce an acquaintance of Dr. Hoffman? Yeah, I think so. He used to work closely with Secretary Anderson, so they all probably knew each other. Who's Secretary Anderson?
Yeah.
He was the previous director of Caduceus USA and the Secretary of Health and Human Services. He contracted guilt 3 years ago and passed away. Yep. Did you call for me? Yes. Have a seat. Yes, sir. Derek, did you hear the news? About Secretary Pierce? Indeed. They're saying it was a corrosive type of poison. Some sort of strong acid or a type of sodium hydroxide.
What?
And he swallowed that? Yes. It seems to have been mixed into his daily medication. He's suffering from severe burns to the back of his throat and esophagus. Who would do such a thing? Scumbag, that's who. The poison they used wasn't lethal, so it doesn't appear to be an attempt on his life. Though, it hasn't been ruled out. They're saying that it appears to be the work of an amateur. But we'll leave the investigation to the police. We have our own role in this. Our own role? Does that mean the Secretary is...
Okay.
Exactly. He's being transported here. It's just like Secretary Anderson. Yes. You may already know this, but James and I have known each other for years, but I'm telling you this for the sake of if you decided to play this game without playing the first one. Every time I met with him, he'd always tell me the same thing. If anything ever happens to me, I want a doctor from Caduceus. Sigh. The medical terrorism we saw with Guild has started to make people extremely neurotic about diseases. That's why he requested us. He is an important figurehead of this nation. It's only natural that those around him would want the Secretary to receive the finest treatment. I have a feeling that this is leading up to why you called me here. You should know, there will be complications. We're dealing with the government here. I'm sorry to ask you yet again, but can you do this for us?
Yes.
Director Hoffman, Chief Casal, I've already said yes even though I haven't said yes. No matter what the details are, it doesn't change the fact that a person's life needs to be saved. That being the case, as a doctor, I'm glad to accept this operation. Even more so if Secretary Pierce was an acquaintance of Secretary Anderson. I'll give it everything I have. Thank you. I'm counting on you. Yes, sir. I can't tell. I'm looking at it. Is the video lagging slightly, or is that just on my end? In terms of my capture video. I don't know. Let me know if you guys do see it. Maybe I missed it, or maybe it's just not happening, it's just on the capture end, I don't know. The patient is suffering from 2nd and 3rd degree burns in his throat from ingesting corrosive poison. What an idiot. The affected area expands from the top of the throat down to the esophagus. There are 2 objectives in this operation. Treat the burns with skin grafts. Extract the poison-filled capsule. I'm sure you're familiar with it, but we'll be using a procedure called autografting. This means that we'll be obtaining the skin grafts from the patient's own body to use on the affected area. Thanks, Angie. Glasses.
Let's begin the operation.
Let's get the operation underway. Dun, 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 dun.
Let's begin the operation.
So this is another one of those missions that was never really present in the original game. However, from New Blood, they did skin grafts in New Blood. I think that was actually the mission I called, like, Get Burned or something. But I think we'll be doing a similar thing here. Okay, let's begin the operation. Please perform the treatment promptly. Alright. Now, we're doing skin grafts inside of his body? That's different. Okay.
Look!
The capsule broke, so we can see the poison is spilled out. That is spilled out. Before we treat the burn, we'll need to get rid of the poison.
Use the drain.
Drain the poison to clear up the burned area. Oh man, you got a lot of poison. The poison is drained. Let's move on to treating the burn. But the area that is turned black is a 3rd degree burn and can't be treated as is. You'll need to inject a coolant into it and excise the necrotic tissue.
Please inject
Select the syringe and inject the blue-colored coolant into the affected area. First, let's do that. Then we get to cut it out.
Use the forceps.
Now we can pick it up with the forceps. And extraction complete. Let's continue to treat the burn. The membranes we'll use for the transplant need to be taken from the patient himself. From, like, other areas in his throat? Sounds painful. Like I said earlier, we'll have to use the autografting procedure. We'll inject culture fluids into the healthy areas of the patient to obtain skin grafts.
Use the drain.
After that, drain the blood pool on the burn so that you can place the skin grafts on it. Then we'll transplant the skin grafts onto the affected area. Please inject the yellow culture fluid into the guidelines to the left and the right of the throat. Okay. I think we're going to need, like, a bunch, so we're actually going to make all 6.
Use the scalpel.
Oh, I'm not missing. Silly game. Alright, we'll cut these out. These are kind of difficult to do.
Use the forceps.
There we go. Inject some more. Apply it to the burned area. So first we need to drain. It literally started bleeding right when I did that. There we go. We're done treating the burn. But the capsule must still be around here somewhere. Maybe we can find it with the ultrasound. Okay? Make an incision. What happened to the capsule? Good lord. The capsule, alright, let's extract it. It's only half of the capsule. The other half must be somewhere else. If we don't find it quickly, the poison could seep out and cause more burns, which I'm sure it will. Treat the extraction wound with antibiotic gel, and then look for the ultrasound. Yeah. Wow, more burns.
Use the scalpel.
Oh no, the poison seeped out.
Use the drain.
I'm trying. Alright, so that wasn't great, obviously. More skin grafts. Well, I didn't want to do that, but we can. Right, and start cutting. Yeah, I know, if you wait too long, the tissue gets bad. Wait, I thought I already got that poison. Ugh, okay. I remember the burn missions being annoying, just because they're difficult, honestly. You're on a very strict time limit, and stuff just kind of screws up really fast. Alright, so let's insert some coolant. We'll just start from the top, how about that?
You can't do that.
I know.
Use the drain.
Whoa, chill out,
I'm afraid I must.
Whoa, what happened to him? What the heck? He just, like, died. Real fast, like. Well, that was fun. Let me give that another shot. Yeah. I think I shifted down too much was the problem. I couldn't drain the poison that quickly. We'll come back to about that point, more or less. Oh, I did it before the poison came out. Nice. Well, that'll help. Not nearly as many things to treat now. Okay, so let's see if we can do this all in like one big fell swoop. So, cutting. All this cutting does a lot to his vitals, which isn't great, obviously. Though it doesn't seem to do as much as it did before, interestingly enough. Get all this blood out of the way. Ah, dang it. That's annoying when that happens. And then we have to drain again.
One down.
Alright, let's get some more.
You can't do that.
What do you
Use
mean?
the drain. The patient's in danger.
Oh, crap. Oh, I see. So if you take too... Okay, this wasn't a thing before. If you take too long, apparently the skin completely goes away, and you have to deal with it very fast or he dies. That makes sense. I think that's a new thing. I don't remember that being a thing before. And you kind of don't want to do that, obviously. Now, it doesn't help that the fact that if a single blood pool comes up, it just screws up everything, because you don't have enough supplies after that, because you weren't ready for it. So, I'm not a huge fan of the skin grafts. I like them because it is a very different type of operation. I don't like how fast they make the blood pools appear and how erratically they do, because it usually happens right in the middle of trying to do something that you've already had to spend the past, like, 20 or 30 seconds setting up for. Operation complete. Well done, Dr. Styles. Because you have to inject the culture fluid, then you have to cut it out, then you have to drain the area, then you have to, pull off the dead skin, which requires cutting it and pulling it off. Then you have to put all the grafts on and put gel on top of it. And you have to get all that done before it bleeds again. Because if it bleeds, then everything screws up. That's the reason why I'm not a huge fan of those missions. Oh boy. That was hard. Derek. Yes, Director? I just wanted to tell you that I think you're doing a great job. And that I'm sorry to have forced this upon you. No, not at all. You look lost in thought. Oh, the whole thing just reminds me of Secretary Anderson's passing. I see. He sacrificed his life as a test subject for our guilt treatment. He was a respectable man who always looked towards the future. Yes. Caduceus. We're a medical organization that was established to help people who suffer from serious illnesses. We can never be daunted by these diseases. The fight must continue until we eradicate them all. That was Richard's dying wish as well. Derek, I'm counting on you now, as I always have.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So yeah, there we go. I cannot tell if the video's lagging. I'll check it afterwards, obviously, and maybe it's just recording side, but normally it doesn't lag like that. It was weird. Sinner. Oh boy. That looks like fun. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and next time we'll come back for more Trauma Center. Did I say this? I got my charger recently, so we should have no interruptions anymore. Not that we did, I was just worried that the battery might die, because I had no idea how much battery power I had left in my DS. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more Trauma Center. Bye!